what's going on in the lobby and the team's picking, but then we're down here. Hold on. There we go. But then we're down here.
Look at that.
But if I'm down here and he's out there and you're in here.
What I want to know is where's the caveman?
Where's the caveman? Who's driving the car? Who's driving the bus? All right, we just got the thumbs up to a communication error has occurred if it continues ... versus Speedle and Steel. So communication error, like we were just talking about, I think is looking, they have to win one game.
Yes, they've already won another match. They won their last match. So they now...
No, they didn't. They lost their last match.
Wait.
They lost their match against I Like Sushi.
Wait, what?
I Like Sushi won.
No, not Speedle. The other team. Communication error.
Communication error. They won their other match.
Yes. Communication error won their match.
Got it.
They got third place in their pool. They won their match. Now they need to face Speedle and...
Got it.
God, my brain wants to say Speedle and Sneedle.
Sneedle. I know. Well, because that was so iconic.
It was. The Speedle Sneedle.
It was so good. Like
almost as iconic as Vac shots.
Almost.
Nothing will come close.
Nothing will ever come close to Vac shots from SeaBATTLE 1. That was crazy. It's really
it was a different time.
It's such a different time. It's so interesting to talk about these kinds of things with people. I've been getting questions about it a lot today. About just like different things with LAN, and I was thinking about that. I was like, dude, our very first SeaBATTLE, like, we didn't even finish on time.
Nope.
We had a team named
Vac
Shots.
Finish,
we actually didn't even finish. We had a team named Vac Shots that like swept their way through the losers bracket, and it was all documented on stream. It was wild. It was a good time.
We got Void Bits is here.
Oh.
Haven't seen. There were only 3 on that team. We got a DC.
I see. We had to end the game early. We were playing Game Ending Simulator in Otter 1. You know what we should do? The next raffle we have, we should do it who can quit out of the lobby the fastest. And that's the person that wins the raffle.
Oh, my God. No, the whole bracket. The side event.
The side event?
Side event, quit the lobby.
Quit the lobby as fast as you can.
It's like one-on-one. One-on-one, quit the lobby.
One-on-one, quit the lobby.
Oh, that's actually a funny idea. That's really funny.
Who can quit the lobby faster? Who can do it the quickest?
No complaining about internet. We're all on LAN.
I know, right? You can't even use that. That's not an excuse. You can't use that as an excuse. Okay, so once again, just to reiterate, because if you need things repeated to you like Fusion and IOS old heads, this is for you. So
I'm actively dying.
Okay, anyway.
Sorry.
So a communication error has occurred. Won their first game in Redemption. Speedle, see, now I'm doing it. Speedle lost their game in the first round of Redemption, so that means that this is very, very, very high stakes for Speedle to win this in order to stay in.
This is their last chance to make top cut.
This is their last chance to make top cut. A communication error is already well on their way there after winning their first set. So this is a big deal for Speedle and Steel to continue moving forward in the tournament. But like on the flip of that, also a big deal for communication error too, because you have folks that have in communication error. That would be huge for them to make top cut for a lot of reasons. So let's continue the story here on Umami Ruins and play some Clan Blitz.
Refreshing. All right, we have got some interesting.
Hold on. Yeah, something's happening though.
Yep. Nope. We're alive.
No, something. Okay.
I think we're live.
Yeah, no.
I think they were saying they don't have their splash tag.
Yeah, the players were saying that something was weird, and then they were like, "Why did you?" I don't. Anyways, it's actually fine. Everything's fine. We're playing the game, and which is exciting because we're actually just in neutral. Nothing's happened. We thought something was happening, but nothing's happened yet.
Splatter dashing all over the place. whatever you call it. Everyone, do you remember like the era where everyone was like, "We're coming up with like terms for everything."
Yes, I do.
That was wild. Anyway.
I do remember.
Anyway, now Aura is in the game for real. Yeah. So communication error occurred. Still looking for that opening in mid. Meat Beep just kind of watching the perimeters here. It is going to end up being Speedle and Sneedle. Speedle and Sneal. Sneal and Spiel.
Sneal and Spiel.
Well, they had an opening there, but a communication error has occurred. Answers back big time. 2 picks. They have some clams online. They are cooking.
Yeah, clams online indeed, a special in tow as well. Not a lot of room to breathe, though, here if you're Speedle, because a communication error, once again, having a lot of resources out on the stage here to try to maintain their distance. But Sakura is going to be the one to break through the offensive wall here. 2 members going down, make it 3. They're going to take 1 more for the taking. Actually, they might even just take a 3rd. Why not? Be a little greedy about it. Why don't you, Sakura? And chasing them back into their back door. Back to the basket there, and actually super great opening for Speedle and Steel to try to get a basket pop here. But Fusion, where's the clams?
She smells blood in the water, my God. God. Speedle and Steel, I mean, great answer back. Unfortunately, no clams in tow. No points are going to end up going on the board. No harm, no foul. We're back to neutral. 2 minutes left in that game. We have a 2v2 situation near the middle of that map. But as soon as one team gains some ground, the other team answers back big time. But all this paint, this map, pretty orange at this point. Communication error has occurred, doing a great job just maintaining that control, looking to create their opening.
Yeah, and I appreciate, too, that even with a communication error having a really solid defense there, Speedle was able to break through. They just have to keep utilizing Sakura's tactics to try to get through the defensive wall, and especially too with Otter being able to throw clams to another player too. That's also going to be really huge, big teamwork tactic here. And Kurskid's going to take full advantage of it with Otter being there to help them defend, and a Trizuka fusion. This is looking really tasty here for Speedle.
Yes, it is. They don't find too many picks, but they are set up on this dome. That's going to let them just maintain some control, space out. A communication error has occurred while they filter a few extra clams in from mid. It does create an opening for Sakura. Unfortunately, not going to find anything out of it. Communication error has occurred. Does stop the bleeding, but that is going to be a big first push coming out from Speedle and Steel.
Yeah, big first push indeed, and the closing remark is 2 members of a communication error going down. So the basket is still open, but no economy in sight for Speedle and Steel to try to keep the momentum forward. I don't know what the heck's going on now. Okay, here we are, finally. No, it's okay. We finally made it back. We maybe entered the 5th dimension there for just a moment, but now we're back among the living. And actually, with communication error finally making their first statement on the basket.
Yeah, they do get that 1 clam in, but pretty desperately pushing for it. They're only going to get that 1. The rest of the team goes down in that process thanks to all the specials that came out from Speedle and Steel. They still do have that Inkzuka in tow, which likely will get popped any second now. And here it comes. 1 pick, 2, 3. Hunting that 4th, not able to find it, but a huge kill from Cursed Kid. 3 picks is going to open that door. Speedle and Steel looking to put this game away.
So the thing is, was the Trizuka blast great? Yeah, it was fantastic. However, that puts all of the members of communication error right at your front door, because it puts them all back in the spawn right there, ready to shut it down. But still, a prolonged shutdown down to the 26 for Speedle and Steel. Communication error now back into the stage once again here, trying to maintain some ground. That's going to be a killer whale coming out from Sonic over on the right-hand side here. And a lot of the members of Speedle are being pretty keen on that. Otter's trying to kind of bait Sonic down into this pit, and it worked! And it worked, because there is Sakura trying to follow in tow. Otter gets taken down. Sakura is still left surviving. They're going to try to chase down the blaster to try to push them out of the way here to try to prevent any more hemorrhaging from happening. And it actually, again, a scare tactic that did work and allowed Sakura to get a football created just for, I guess, for safety measure, if you will, especially because now they have 2 specials and 2 footballs online and ready to go. This is looking super dicey for communication error fusion. I'm not sure what else there is to do.
Nothing at this point. Speedle and Steel was just teed up. They had a clear path to victory going into that last 30 seconds of the game, and they just put it away with power claims of their own. I have to imagine if the timer didn't end there, that would have been a knockout. Great stuff. Speedle and Steel answering back after that last set. They want that top cut spot real bad.
They definitely do. Big time, especially because, well, it's when you've tasted victory before, you don't want to let that leave and be given to someone else, and especially when you consecutively can put yourself in in that victory spot, even consecutively putting yourself on the podium, like that is, there's a really sweet taste and accomplishment in that, and so you don't want to lose that. You don't want something to come in your way of that and to try to hinder your success. So I know that Speedle is really throwing all their cards out on the table here for this redemption match.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we saw some of that with like Aquatic Land Guard over this time, repeatedly getting rest in pepperoni.
Rest in pepperoni.
They're married and also Oron and
the
Oron
entire
on
team
other teams
of Aquatic Land Guard is married.
Yes, they're all married
They're
to
a
one
polycule.
person. Yes. Actually, yeah, they're married to each other. There you go. Incredible. This fan fiction brought to you.
Just kidding. We love you, Aquatic Land Guard. We love you.
We do love you.
We miss you. We
but
love
do
you.
you love each other more?
Oh!
More than we love you? Maybe we're not wrong.
Sounds like a rivalry that's heated.
Oh.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe. I don't know. Something like that. Anyway. So, Splat Zones, we're going back to Hagglefish Market. This is like the Seattle map.
This is the
That's right outside, actually. Like a few freeway exits down.
Right outside. Yeah, no. God, Pike Place has some cool places in it.
It does. Yeah, you just went to the spice shop yesterday?
You went to the spice store yesterday, and it smells so good. I didn't get anything. I probably should, because it just smells so good.
I know, it's very aromatic.
You can get like any kind of tea or spice, I imagine. It's so good. Anyway,
you can also get any type of spice when you play Splatoon 3 for the Nintendo Switch.
And you can catch it here only at SeaBATTLE at 6:05 p.m.
Yeah, at 6:05 p.m. where it is always 6:05 p.m. much like Cheers, where everyone knows your name. And so, to open it up here, the zone is now going to be capitalized on by communication error pretty quickly into the first 15 seconds of the matchup. And actually, Fusion, we didn't even get to comment on the weapons happening up at the top here because there's a lot of differences happening here. An E-leader is present on a communication error. There's a 52 gal now. There's a mini splatling as well. Very interesting recipe to try to bring into the fray here against Speedle, because if something didn't work in that first game and felt off, then you have to try to change your resources a little bit.
Yeah, they did, and including one of those changes is that E-leader from Meatbeat, perhaps going to have some extra range. Nice shots. They are going to find that pick onto that E-leader. That's going to be huge. It's 3 members down onto Speedle and Steel, and the communication error has occurred, answering back so quickly. That is going to be a huge opening for them. But perhaps that pick could open the door for Speedle and Steel. The flank around that right side, that is going to be the zone neutralized, the Brella flank from the left. And you got so many targets as an E-leader here, and none of them are fun to shoot at. So that is going to be Speedle and Steel taking back that door and putting that pressure onto a communication error has occurred. And this is where we see whether or not they're going to be able to really fight back at this set.
Yeah, this comp change really gave them a run for their money, because already down to the 10 mark with so much time left in the game, Speedle's got to be sweating a little bit here. But like you said, now that they have the zone in their possession, they can finally try to change the tides a little bit. They want to be able to maintain access. But how is one to do that so quickly when communication there is knocking on your front doorstep? Because already taking zone back into their possession here, the members of Speedle are really spread out right now, Fusion. There is a Tacticooler online, but there's not much else to work with.
Yeah, they certainly are. They're all over the place, but this Inkjet is going to provide something to build around for Speedle and Steel. Curse Kid actually on that blaster this time. The Vanilla Blaster is going to enable them to pop that bubble on the enemy plat, create a little bit of space, allow Speedle and Steel to feel more comfortable just moving up in general, and that's exactly what's going to happen. We're going to bring that Brella and that Brush into the enemy spawn. Otter, I don't know how you survived that for a moment there, but that is going to provide a lot of space for that Blaster to move in. That being said, though, leaving just Sauce in the zone is going to perhaps be a little bit of a difficult situation. This communication error has occurred, makes their way back in and caps that zone.
Yeah, they communication error is able to really overpower Speedle when it counts, but Speedle is really quick to reactivate the penalty at the right time onto a communication error, because communication error has had 10 points with a penalty sitting, blocking them from going any further for like almost 2 minutes now. So it's like you have to paint fast in order to prevent that and to try to keep all of your ducks in a row. And somebody like Sakura can definitely help with that, especially with Killer Whale and having such a great displacement tool and knowing how to use it and knowing the timing of it as well. Like, there's so many pieces to learning your weapon kit, and somebody like Sakura really has it down to a T.
Yeah, that's certainly true. And that is going to be Speedle and Steel breaking open that middle of the map. These are 3 picks. The penalty is almost entirely gone. It's going to be, oh, Meep Beep, incredible shot. Yeah, if they were able to set up on the snipe, that could have been huge. Inks gets caught out alone in that zone. Now it's go time. Communication error needs to make a move happen quickly. They're about to have those Tenta missiles, which could create an opening. They are going to pop them. Let's see whether communication error is able to answer back as they neutralize the zone, Saf.
Huge pick. That pick with those missiles was huge over on that right-hand side because it was just enough to paint the bottom right corner of the zone if you're looking at the overhead. Those missiles did just enough to add a little bit of insult to injury and paint the zone over and bring it back into possession of a communication error. So really well played on the missiles, even though it was just one target in there. That target was standing in the perfect spot for them to actually make landfall. So a communication error now having very minimal penalty left in the way. Fusion finally, with 40 seconds left remaining, we finally did it. If your communication error, single digits are now here to stay. However, you lose 3 of your members, but where's all the paint going? Okay, there it is.
Oh, no.
There it is. Oh,
the biggest paint source just ends up face to face with that ink brush, and that is going to mean that despite getting that pick, the timer is not going to be able to make its way all the way down to 0. But that was okay. That was a brutal combo. Anyway, Otter on this inkjet with a nice little flanking angle there is going to allow Speedle and Steel to gain control, but they're going to have to push a decent bit to get this lead. 20 ticks left on that clock. Here comes the pressure. There are 2 members down on communication error. The timer is ticking. Communication error needs to move in this second.
Okay, I'm like leaning forward in my seat. There's no penalty in the way. There's only a few seconds left. Overtime has so much time left. Nobody left in sight from a communication error to try to close it down. 1 point, Fusion. 1 point. And from 13 units, Speedle is able to take into match point.
Oh my goodness, communication error. So close throughout that game, and just, oh god, zones really just flips on a dime. It's wild. 1 point, just one in like a half a second.
I really feel like we're actually seeing like an elemental triangle here, because what I've gotten to see on Stream Station today is like Speedle, it's like team name beats Speedle, but Speedle beats communication error, but then communication error can beat team name. So it's a very interesting fire triangle, if you will, fuel triangle, I guess, if that's how it works. So you really do have the air. Well, what is it? You have air, fire, and fuel. You have air, you have fire, you have fuel. So you have the combustion happening. You have the resources to start it. Yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't have to go any further. You get what I'm saying.
We get it.
So
stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah. No, exactly. And I've been saying this. So stop, drop, and roll. You can actually also do that on Ship Cargo Co.
Later I'll tell you something.
Okay. Like, you want to tell in front of all of our friends, you want to tell them that you have to tell me something later?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Anyway, I mean, last weekend I was in a hotel situation. There was a air conditioner on fire, and people were very lax about it. Actually, it happened, I think, twice. Anyway, people were like extremely lax about it, and it happened while I was asleep, and I heard about it in post.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, we were like, "Oh, look, the AC's on fire."
Oh, yeah, that just happens sometimes.
Pour water onto it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
problem solved.
Electrical fire? I don't know.
That's true. I don't think it works that way. I actually don't think it works that way.
I'm glad I wasn't awake because I have anxiety.
I have anxiety.
Yippee.
Oh, good. Okay, there's so many people playing pool here today, you guys. We literally had a billiard bracket. We had our cake, group photo. We did a raffle. We're going to play more Splatoon. We're in game 3. Speedle's up by 2. Calm Error 0. This is match point for them. Calm Error gets knocked out. Or do they have one more chance? Because they won their last game. So Speedle, them winning this would be a huge up for them. But then they're tied.
Wait, what? Huh?
So Speedle and...
This is the last game of redemption.
Yes, but that would mean that Calm Error won one, lost one, and then Speedle won one, lost one.
Yes, but the problem, or the difference is, one of them got second in their bracket, and one of them, I think, got third.
Okay, there it is. There's the key detail that we needed.
So that determines like whether you start in winners or losers during or in this redemption bracket format.
Well, winners for me right now, if I'm seeing this correctly, is looking really good if you are Speedle and Steel.
Oh yeah, it certainly is. But just one win away now from a victory and another placement into that top cut. Communication Error looking to spoil that, make their way to their first top cut. They're going to have to climb pretty big hill, get 3 wins in a row. That is going to be the first checkpoint for them, but they still need some extra as Otter disrupts that push on that tower. Finding 1 pick, looking to clear some more, doesn't find enough to win the fight on its own. Communication Error still ends up trickling back in, but Curse Kid there to shut it for them.
Yeah, Speedle now trying to rebuild their resources here, and also you can see Communication Error is looking to see if they want to move forward. Kind of just trying to bait the members of Speedle out to see that if it's safe to actually make the crossing here, but not quite yet. Speedle still having full, really strong control of this tower here. I didn't even see when the tower was moving for Communication Error, I'll be totally honest. I just totally missed it. I think I was just really mystified by your redemption explanation that I just completely spaced out.
I was also figuring it out on the fly, and then I saw the bracket, and I was like, oh.
Okay, well, we got it here. Well, I mean, that was just that was a bloodbath. I don't even know what happened to Speedle. They all just kind of got eliminated there very quickly. So now Communication Error is going to be in possession here. Inks has incredible reach with that Hydra that they're using.
Someone's behind them. Is it Sakura? Yeah. Who else but Sakura?
Who else but Sakura? Who else would be behind them other than Sakura? That is what Inks was looking at first and then opted to move forward. But what happens if you ignore the brush? Oh my goodness, they are going to come back and hit 10 times harder if you just let them go. So, and look what happened. Sakura was coming up from the top of our screen to try to come and shut it down.
But still, great push. I mean, when you send someone on a flank... Hi, Sakura. When you send someone on a flank like that, you are kind of weakening just like the defense, the rest of your team. And that was exactly what happened. So Communication Error got to push all the way to that final checkpoint, and they are still in control. Speedle and Steel kind of scrambling to try to find, like, a path back in because it feels like they're getting, like, 1 or 2 picks and not quite enough to move all the way in. And now they're all funneled into that left pit. Where are they going to go from here? Because this is not an ideal situation.
Not in an ideal situation at all. 29 points left remaining for a Communication Error has occurred. Speedle still in the winner's side of things, though. They have 2 games under their belt, so this is a huge mountain for Communication Error to try to climb and get out of. But a really solid lead nonetheless. You have to try to defend it for a little less than 2 minutes here, so you have to use your specials really wisely. Those tri-strikes are going to come out into kind of near the pit or the court area of Speedle and Steel. It's not really going to cause too much disruption, though, as Speedle and Steel moseys forward and takes the tower back into possession. It's been sitting on the 69 mark, which is pretty nice, actually, for Speedle and Steel to keep it going. So looking to try to maybe increase that or decrease that, I guess, if you will, a little bit more, but increase the lead.
Oh, goodness. Out of range of that 52 gal. Otter finds a couple picks with the paper-thin what kind of Brella is this again? Recycled Brella.
The thing in my drink.
The thing in my... Yes, the thing in my drink.
The thing in my drink.
It is the thing in your drink.
The recycled Brella.
But Speedle and Steel has a great path here forward. The only difficulty is that top left. Sonic is going to throw those strikes at the tower, slow things down, and Sonic is going to assist cleaning up their base and maintaining a nice lead for Communication Error. So now with 30 seconds left in the game, they have time to get those specials online yet again, get those strikes, maybe set up a defense, but getting taken out now is going to make things a little bit more challenging. Speedle and Steel now on their potentially last push of the game. Curse Kid trying to defend that tower. They need to maintain control and get that Hydra out of there.
Yeah, you really got to be watching where Sakura is going to be positioned. I mean, my goodness, they just keep appearing in places that you would not expect. Like, you'd expect a brush to be there, but it's like the timing of it. You don't expect their timing quite yet. And they keep on calling different members out. They did get a really important trade earlier, which I think is the reason that Speedle is finding themselves in this overtime area. But there's 2 members down. There is a special online for Otter. Otter is going to be the sole survivor of the tower. Even with Bubble, though, it's not going to be enough. The wipeout occurring, Communication Error stays in the game.
Very nice stuff. I like the comp adaptation. I think it's pretty cool. I think the splatling was a fun idea. The Hydra splatling. Just try and throw bullets everywhere.
Yeah, like why not?
You're
Just
gonna
see
hit
what
someone,
happens.
shred that Brella, shred that ink brush. I was thinking like last game. I was like, man, this is not fun for an E leader to shoot. It's like 2 out of 4 targets are just miserable to try and shoot at.
Oh.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
we already, okay. We already got the call. We already got the call for a reverse sweep coming from communication error. Big words.
Big
words coming from somebody in the passenger seat, not the driver's seat in this situation. So you want to be trying to give the best directions in order to secure your victory. Who is this sitting next to us? They have the same shirt as us.
Stream?
Oh, it's like Miss Bellum from the Powerpuff Girls. That's Tokapa. And that is to say that Tokapa is a baddie. That is what I'm saying.
Takapa is.
He also nodded really big. You couldn't see it, but he gave a very firm, big nod.
Here, Takapa. He said, I'm laughing. Here, we'll put you...
No, there. You can see him. He's right there.
We'll put the top of your head on stream. There you go. So... Peek.
Hold on. Let me get in on this action. Let me scoot in here. So... the teams are just trying to get readied up at the moment. We are going into Undertow Spillway as our game number 4. We do have a guaranteed game 4. Once again, Speedle is still in the winner's seat of things. They are in match point here. They're looking to try to secure the win. Communication error has a little bit further to go. But confidence has not waned, I would say, for communication error. They probably are feeling a lot more wind in their sails after that last win to keep them in the round. So hopefully we see a really big momentum shift coming out from communication error. And then if not, Speedle's going to shut it down and then move on to Top Cut.
Yeah, I mean, the comp adaptation certainly seemed to have helped. It seemed like they might have had a hard time, like, getting the picks super reliably. I mean, that's kind of how it goes when you play like when the other team's got like super defensive, evasive weapons, that sort of dealio. I mean, yeah, Otter and Soccer are being certainly a pain. We're going to see a swap over to the splatter scope, which is going to provide the ink vac on the side of a communication error has occurred, and that certainly could help get those extra points on the line. You doing good, Saf?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just messing around with our microphone settings really quick.
Yeah.
I had to roll away, but no, all is well over here at the TO I guess the broadcast desk. It's kind of the TO desk right now because all the TOs are back here. So it's kind of the TO desk now, but it's also the prod desk. But all is well here, and especially if you are Speedle and Steel, because that's 3 members down on a communication error. Really big gateway here to try to make something happen.
Yeah, they have a lot of space to work with here, but a little bit of a difficulty. I feel like they may have a little bit of difficulty moving forward with the paint if they're not able to find those picks. We do have 2 members on this left side looking for an opening, but Sonic knows exactly where they're coming from, finds the pick. 2 members down on the side of Speedle and Steel. Anyway.
That one.
Yeah, communication error. Looking good so far. They have not had a push just yet, but their defense has looked great.
And already communication error is going to try to be taking fights just as much as Speedle is trying to throw things down on the board here. The Rainmaker now in possession of the folks of a communication error. Very, very slim pickings on the lead here, though, because, my goodness, we are, like, getting into the second minute of the game here, and nothing has happened. Finally, though, a checkpoint pop has occurred for a communication error. So this is looking pretty dicey for Speedle. You don't want to be losing your touch here, Fusion. You want to be locked in.
Yeah, that Rainmaker is going to end up getting taken out. The nice positioning from that Rapid Blaster is going to make it difficult to move any farther, but still a nice checkpoint for communication error that will open up the push on the right in the future if they so choose. Brave Sauce cleaning up in that middle of the map, trying to get Speedle and Steel back online. They have a lot of space to work with, but they're going to require some big explosive plays if they want to get there, and Sauce is already providing.
Yeah, a big explosive play. How about a blaster, a rapid blaster at that to do the job for you? But how are you supposed to escape if you have a stamp coming in to your room literally seconds later? Avocado, though, has a great opening here. Even with ink being placed down in front of her, she's able to tap that checkpoint and get so close to the pop.
Yeah, Sonic just in a great place yet again to stop that push. The defense from Communication Error has been, I think, very improved this game. I really liked the way that that Sonic did not charge in at that Rainmaker after those two went down. The strikes were a very nice, clean way to clear things off and finish the push. And I think we're about to see maybe a marathon flank from Sakura, perhaps? No, not today. I thought she was eyeing up the flank all the way around the side, but instead, it is just going to be a cleanup for Communication Error. They're looking good so far. They have 3 specials online. They clean up that Inkjet, Meat Beep with a very nice shot, and they are looking amazing. And I think they have their eyes on the right side, if I'm not mistaken here.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing as well. You could tell that Sakura was trying to be a little bit distracting, too, with that killer whale and also shouting this way at their teammates. But they going for the right side and then faking to the left side, huge for a Communication Error. Inks was able to get that Rainmaker past the first checkpoint, almost around the elbow point, and actually someone else is going to take it around the elbow with that last member, Meat Beep, being able to escape out of the clutches there, just narrowly, down to the 27 mark here. Speedle has Rainmaker into possession. There's been no checkpoint pop for them. A very big block, and especially if you're going to come face-to-face with someone like Meat Beep on that splatter scope.
This is the one that Wile E. Coyote ran into. My God, what a thorn in the side of Speedle and Steel here, providing just some excellent snipes on the rain, even getting the rain caught from the pick from another snipe, finding yet another onto that Inkjet. We are watching Meat be put on a clinic here on Undertow Rainmaker. Just under a minute left in the game. We have a vac still coming up soon, which can also be used defensively if Meat Beep's not careful. There could be a flank. It is going to be Sakura trying to charge in. They do not find a pick. They do end up chasing back members of Communication Error. There's going to have to be a lot of work done if Speedle and Steel wants this one. They need to watch out. It's so easy to just accidentally lose that Rainmaker to a stray, say roller, charging at your face. But in this instance, Speedle and Steel, okay, we are going to have to watch them push as we head into overtime. Saf, can they come back and seal the deal to make their way to top cut?
I'm hoping that they can, Fusion, because taking Inks out, that's not just a member that you're taking out, but that's a special that you are also delaying for the next time that they are able to come online. So finally looking into seeing if we can get the checkpoint, but we don't know how the Rainmaker was lost. You could tell that Cursed Kid was ready and gunning it for that checkpoint, thinking that the Rainmaker carrier was right behind them, but unfortunately not. Fusion, we're entering our second game 5 of the day on stream.
Man.
And it's all in Redemption. And it's all in Redemption.
This is what we're here for.
Of course.
These teams are all here to prove that they have it. They have the secret.
They have the it factor.
The secret Brave sauce.
Brave mention.
Are they cursed sauce? Or sorry, not cursed sauce. Cursed sauce.
That's their fusion. Fusion mention.
Fusion.
What would our fusion name be? Nope. Nope.
Suffusion. Oh, suffusion.
Suffusion.
Or suffusion.
Suffusion.
Just like suffusion.
I know it's like centrifuge, but
centrifuge.
But not saftrifusion.
Suffuse.
Suffuse. What you got? You got anything over there? No. He's gonna go like this from off screen.
To calf, Sakapa. I feel like I'm saying bad things here.
Sakapa. That sounds like it could be a slur.
I don't
think it is, but
no. But it does. When you make up random words, it feels bad. It sometimes feels bad. Bad to have a brain.
Sometimes it feels bad. Sometimes the brain is a little too heavy for the wearer that has it.
Heavy is the.
AKA me and Fusion, because this is the best production you've ever seen, and we built it with our bare hands.
Bare hands. I don't have bare hands.
Okay, this is also the part of the segment where we're going to just ask Takapa yes-no questions, and he will thumbs up, thumbs down from off-screen.
Should they live or die?
Okay, here's my question. Is it true? Big. Big if true.
Well, it's true.
So it's big.
It's true. It's big.
It's big. Okay. My other question is, what do you have to say about the photos?
Oh,
Okay, he
the
really likes
photos.
them. He really likes them.
The photos?
Yeah, apparently. I also really like the photos, especially when we're taking them on Inkblot Art Academy.
The photos. Which photos? Photos? What? Who? Where?
I don't. He
The
said
photos.
the photos were good.
Oh, okay, great. Amazing.
Yeah, great. So
Sick. Game 5. Winner makes top cut.
whoa, it's Shrek 5.
It'll be a photo finish.
No way. Okay, so yeah, this is a really important game,
This
you
is
guys.
SeaBATTLE the 9th.
This is SeaBATTLE the 9th. There are ninth of their name. Ninth of their name in SeaBATTLE.
Critically acclaimed.
Critically acclaimed. Go Sonic is what I just heard from the side of communication. That's what I just heard from the side of communication error. So, yeah, Sonic had a really strong opening there down to the 68 mark. That was huge for communication error to get things going, while Fusion and I are just kind of goofing and goffing back here when there's a game happening right in front of us. But Otter is going to try to get things cracking here for Speedle. They have this top kind of left side looking to see if they can maybe take some people out of bats and try to pull them out. Maybe call them out as well, because as soon as Meat Beep kind of rounded that corner, Sakura was able to launch that killer whale and maybe cause a little bit of a disruption. However, it kind of seems to me that Speedle's
Did you hear that?
No.
They're counting curse conscience once. It's like the communication is like 1, 2, 3. Anyways. Sorry.
It seems like every special.
I love in-person comps.
I think that Speedle is having a hard time because no.
They're both, honestly, it's a rough day for everyone.
Yeah,
out
I'm
here.
I'm buffering so hard. The little spinning wheel is like in front of my eyes right now. Okay. It seemed like there was a lot of specials that were being utilized here to try to break in, and then none of them actually landed.
Yeah. I mean, they, throughout their specials, realized they didn't work and went, one down and then backed up. I mean, just great plays coming up. Bravesaw's actually great stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, Speedle and Steel tries to move in on that right side. Communication error, collapses on them, and that works in the favor of that Rapid Blaster Pro. So that is going to allow Speedle and Steel to maintain quite a hefty clam economy here. They have 13 clams online, but no push just yet. We're almost halfway through the game. The cooler comes out, but perhaps a little bit unfortunate as both specials on each side come out at the same time. Both teams are going to have to struggle just for the spots that they are holding currently. Neither team is going to be able to make it. The hammer is going to come in. Okay, if it didn't find a pick there, I probably would have lost all faith in the special. But anyway, very small lead. That clam in the early game from Sonic is still enough to keep communication error ahead.
What do you got against taking the high road? Everybody on Speedle was taking the high road. Inks with that stamp was taking the low road to try to get him out of there. I don't really see the problem with that. But Sakura unfortunately had to fall off the stack and meet their demise to that stamp. But again, the this way is coming out. Fusion, if I'm seeing this right, there's 3 footballs on the screen for Speedle.
There are 3 footballs on the screen, and they're all inside this bubble. But none of them are going to make their way to the basket because they all went through that teeny little choke point. I mean, great stuff from communication error, just recognizing that Speedle and Steel just limited their attack to that angle. But still, despite that, still 4 members up, 2 specials on the side of Speedle, including this Zuka, which is inevitable from Curse Kid. Eventually, I hope. I'm waiting. I'm stalling until it happens. They're going to flank around this left side, and it's not inevitable. Inks is inevitable.
I love visual storytelling.
Use it, please.
I love visual storytelling so much, and it's a perfect narration to what was just going on, maybe in Cursed Kid's head as well, trying to discern if it was the right moment to try to flank. But Speedle is finally making themselves known in this game so far. Only a solo pop, though, with a 10-point penalty. Communication error is just going to be turtling to make sure that they hold on to this plat, that's the word, so that they hold on to the plat so that Speedle cannot gain any more ground on them or get any more footballs thrown. And to me, it doesn't really seem like that Speedle has been very lucky with clam spawns, because it's like either they have none or they have 3 footballs.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Oh, here we go. That clam's going to make its way to the basket. They lose another. Speedle does take the lead here. That is going to be several picks coming out. 2 members down. Big lead now for Speedle and Steel. They're going to get picked off one by one as they're forced back by communication error. Perhaps only a few clams left online. Cursed Kid tries to shoot out that Ingzuka. Not able to find. They are able to find actually that charger, which could be massive. There is no vac coming out on a potential counter push coming out. We are heading into overtime, SAF. This is do or die. Communication error needs to make a big push happen here.
Yeah, they got to make a big one happen, and the football being on one of your players is a bullseye on your back. Make it 2 different bullseyes for Speedle and Steel to try to come against. But Sakura is going to try to run around the backside and be distracting. The Stamp is going to come in and try to open it up, but it's not going to be just that. So that is going to be Speedle in a very decisive 3-2, making their way to Top Cut for a third time. A third time at Royale.
Oh
Not Royale, but SeaBATTLE.
Wow. That was amazing. And what a performance, too, by communication error.
What a performance indeed, because this is their second SeaBATTLE, and they almost found themselves in Top Cut. That's
great.
That's so great and incredible, and especially having Inks on their team this time around. Inks has been coming to SeaBATTLE for so long, and so Inks almost getting to have a taste of that victory as well, finding themselves so close to Top Cut. That's got to feel... it's got to be a little heartbreaking to be that close to the podium and then have it taken away from you from somebody that's already been there. But that's the thing, is that Speedle's been there, so they know the stakes, they know the energy, they know what they have to bring in order to keep their spot there. And that's exactly what they're going to do. As I step on Fusion's headset, but also show you the teams and turn it around here, because communication error is going to be, Speedle is going to be making their way into Top Cut, which is so exciting. And you know what? Communication error is also very hyped for them as well. So we like to see that. And also, there's Tokapa.
Hi, Tokapa.
Just kidding. You only saw glasses and eyes. We don't know who that is. We don't know them.
It could be anyone.
It literally could be anyone. It could be anyone. Well, Fusion, this was fun for us.
It was.
This was fun for us, but we still got a lot more work to do.
Now we know we can do this all the time in the future.
I know. Maybe we should just do this next SeaBATTLE. It'll just be the SAF and Fusion show.
Yeah, we could just shoot the shit in pools.
Yeah, if you guys want that. I mean, if you don't, that's also totally fair, and we understand. But you don't want to go anywhere yet. We have purple bracket and or silver finals coming up for our y'all, so you don't want to miss that to see who is going to take the crown in silver and or purple bracket. You were watching SeaBATTLE Royale on Splatoon Tourney. Don't go anywhere.